GM.
Jam. Jam.
How are you?
Good, man. Is our third joining?
He is, but he might be a few minutes late.
That's fine. Wait, we actually live?
Yeah, we are.
Nice. Is it instant or is it like a slight delay?
I'm not sure. I just clicked go live so people could join us basically. Oh, Richard is here. GM sir.
Oh, there we go. What's up, brother? I'm guessing he's preparing. A question for you both before we start. What the heck happened to markets this week? Like, what is the trigger? Do we know yet? Before we dive into it,
We don't like. Seems like there is no marginal buyer for crypto, and what I shared with you in the chat that I'm very much worried about. TradFi doing so well, every asset doing so well, and crypto underperforming. And seems like the whole market noticed that. Don't want to give credit myself for that, obviously, but yeah, too much leverage. Everyone was long, and seems like they cleaned us out, but no idea. Like literally no idea.
I mean, yeah, so I literally very similar thoughts from my side. So first of all, definitely positioning. I think this nice bounce up to shy 118. Really so everyone was levered up to the tits basically. We can say that.
yeah, true.
Also, yeah, Powell's comments on the inflation and maybe on pushing back rate cuts. This definitely scared markets, at least yesterday, primarily. So and I think last time when we talked or when we had a stream, we talked about the potential pivot like post the rate cuts, right? And we had one day follow through, like Thursday after the Wednesday FOMC, and ever since it's sell off for crypto. But on the other hand side, not for equities, right?
Yeah, that's kind of funny because we were right, and I'm not sure about you, Richard, but seems like me and Skew got a bit cooked. Like mainly me. Like we did. I didn't follow my plan basically.
I had some longs. That they were swing longs, but I didn't close them with invalidations simply because I was busy this week. So I mean, I had like a somewhat of a loss, not like considerable, but like more annoying.
Same for me.
More
I also
like
had this. Yeah.
You make like you're not surprised you're making the loss, you're having the loss because you ignore the invalidations. It's kind of like a stupid error, which is like you smack yourself essentially for being stupid.
I mean, my invalidation was 115, for instance, particle for BDC, because it was obvious, and I think the full cascade basically started, when we cracked 115.
Yeah, I'll stream and I'll show you my invalidation. No, I'll show you like where I cut my longs as well. Yes, I'll show this.
Oh, let me add the screen. Perfect.
Yep. All right, so this, like, obviously the chop around here, and then we broke the initial trend. There was actually some like decent volume in the breakdown as well. These two are your first red flags, right? I was AFK essentially. Then I come back and I see the market. So I get like alerts somewhere around here-ish. Right, they were trading around like 112K, and I'm like, thinking, oh, what the fuck happened? So then, I essentially ladder out into this. So this bounce. And that is the third invalidation, which is basically the rejection of the trend. So like, the first like EMA is the 50, the 4-hour 50. The second is the 200. And you can see like previously here was like actually really good for trading trend. Like, we rejected it so many times, and then when we accepted above it, we started trend. So it's like, clean as fuck, essentially. And then since then, unsurprisingly, we're trading back at the lows. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty fucking bearish. However, this could be a really perfect bear trap. So that's something I'm just keeping in the back of my mind. And I guess like my thoughts when it comes to macro, like how does macro fit into this picture? How is macro involved, right? I put out a tweet last week, I think, which was basically, you should be keeping a lot of focus on the bond market, especially like the yield curve. So like a lot of traders are focusing on the belly, which I think is like the 5-year, like the 2-year to the 5-year specifically, like that kind of area. Simply because it's like the sweet spot with the current policy in terms of like easing, but we're not like super dovish, which I've already said. Simply because we have like weakening data, quote unquote, right? But it's also like very politicized, and this is the huge problem with economic reports coming out of the US, like pretty much in the past like 4 years. There's a lot of like political bias in the BLS, so that adds a bit of like a risk and a nuance to itself when it comes to the data. Market knows that now, and then the data yesterday kind of proved that the data wasn't as dovish as like the market kind of spoke as it was to be, and the Fed as well. So then obviously the market went not risk off, but certainly de-risked enough to have that flexibility. And it's very eerily similar to 2019, because like early 2019 markets went like pretty risk on, right? We had this like pretty esteemed rally in crypto, and the good thing about like Bitcoin especially is it's more or less like a liquidity index now. So it's a really good indicator for like the global picture when it comes to risk and liquidity, right? So Bitcoin going down as it is now, I think is probably in terms of macro like a red flag. So like liquidity hasn't actually improved. The risk as well is more the question of what's the longevity of a trade? Like a boomers and funds gonna trade off growth now? Probably not, because most funds expect earnings to like deteriorate, which is risk off in a sense. So then you tend to get more sector plays. I think you're going to see the same probably with crypto. So most of the market could continue to go down, but you'll still see sector plays like Asta will have like relative strength probably. Actually, I haven't even checked that chart.
Yeah, let's take a look at it. Yeah.
It's down like what, like 30%?
At least, yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, almost, yeah.
Yeah,
oh gosh, I think we called up Aster publicly on Degen apps at like 30 cents. For sure we did at like 60. I didn't buy. Yeah, but friends of mine milked shitload of money out of it.
I bought a little bit. I have not. Shall I have a look at it right now? I haven't checked.
Oh, you still have
I
the.
know like the volume is insane because they were doing what, like 20 plus billion consecutively per day, which I
Yeah,
think
but
is
most of
what,
the volume is
2x.
wash volume.
Do you think it's wash trading?
Yeah, I've seen quite a bit of like, let's say, evidence that there is a lot of wash trading. Although a friend of mine, who's really good trader, he trades there also like 35 BTC clips, 25 BTC clips there, so the liquidity is quite okay. But just to do wash volume to for some airdrop or something like that, I'm not fully aware.
Gotcha.
So there is a lot of wash volume, but the liquidity is quite okay. Let me check.
I know the funniest shot from Asta was the USDT chart. Because when people were aping, it went down to like 97 cents.
What?
Yeah, off like 1 mil volume or something like that.
Yeah, I've just checked. He did like 400 mil volume one day, like in just one day, manually, no bots. So there is a lot of wash trading.
Yeah, most certainly. Yeah, it's
400 mil.
Yeah, like, mm, yeah.
So, what would that even mean for because it's kind of difficult to calculate the like payout from that then, and that like they would be aware of this too, I assume, because
I mean, you don't risk that much. Like, if you know how to do it, there is no fee if you are a maker. Like, that's why people do that, I guess. But I think it's overfarmed.
well, no, that's what I mean in terms of like farming the airdrop, right?
Yeah.
If you have a bunch of dudes who are like wash trading and like gaming it, then they're gonna take up most of the supply. Like obviously the project should be aware of this and should make it more fair in terms of like actual trading.
Yeah, well, friend of mine, Hundert, tweeted about Aster like 40 cents, 50 cents, and he said like, we are so early, the platform doesn't even work. Yeah, so as far I
True.
tried it, and it doesn't work well. But the hidden orders are pretty cool.
I saw that, yeah. I think Audley has something kind of similar, to be honest, because I know they have what do you call it? Like off-chain. There's like an off-chain book or something like that.
To be completely
It's like,
honest, I don't trade such size to worry about hidden orders. No one cares about my
no, yeah, no. The
about my
the only people that like actually give a shit when it comes to hidden orders, right? Specific firms, because they have like very quote unquote proprietary. It's not really proprietary. It's essentially they're just like degenerate apes, right? And whenever they're aware of some like insider news, these degenerate apes will want to ape into something without people being aware that they're aping into it. I'd assume they'd probably be similar. Right.
Yeah, sorry, Rocked. I didn't show your comments before. We'll do it now. I had the stream.
Yeah. I do actually owe Rack the Vega. That's true.
Okay, so I'm very sorry. Yeah, and you know what might be a good play, in my opinion? Um, Lighter, the perpetual decks that is pretty noisy about recently. Uh,
Yeah,
I heard rumors that they are going to launch a meme coin, something like Hyperliquid did with Poor right before Hype Token, like 3 months before. Uh, yeah, my play is like I deposited money there, and as soon as it's live, I will ape.
yeah.
That's how simple
I
it
mean
is.
that makes sense. Like
Yeah, I have a
because it's
colleague.
a high beta play. You basically like you bid it because it's like the early access token essentially.
Yeah,
So assumably the token goes up a certain percentage,
I,
primarily because people are chasing the same narrative, right?
I
Um,
have a call with a developer in a few hours. I will set up a bot as soon as later, post about it. It will buy for me. So I don't want
yeah,
to be in a
that's
situation
exactly what you want.
when I'm asleep or something like that. I already asked my friends because we live in different time zones that if that happens, they call me, I call them, already deposit money. And I don't know, I might be completely wrong, but seems like it could be easy 2, 3, 4x. Obviously, I will dump and move on. I don't care about this position. But
Most well.
considering how crazy the perp dex meta is and how hyped lighter is, the speculation around like airdrop to the meme coin holders could be a decent play. So that's my current view.
Yeah,
I don't.
it's the same as chasing big narratives on chain, like pump fund coins, right?
Yeah.
Um, it's like a minimum like 5x off the initial needs, depending how many people buy into it, right? Phase two of that narrative is the like rewards that come with it. That could be airdrop something or whatever the fuck that they decide to throw at people that hold the token.
Yeah, I don't see
It's a
many
decent play.
opportunities in the market right now. I'm not a great. I'm not a given like meat per trader. I'm a horrible one, so I'm waiting to market show me which way it wants to go. So
Yeah.
in the meantime, enjoying yield from my stables and uh, looking for such place. I dumped all my hype last week.
What even is hype trading at?
41. There is, I think it might go lower, to be honest. Top
It
three
went to
hype,
60, almost 60.
uh, one top three holders of hype dumped like 2.5 mil tokens.
I
And
mean,
he has,
it just broke. I mean, not just now, but early in the week it broke its long term trend.
I sold above 50. Uh,
Nice.
yeah, but I bought Farcon with that money, so.
Fine. I mean, bro, if we ever get like 30 to 24 somewhere there, I'd buy
That's
100%.
basically my level, like $20. I'm looking at that level, and I think it can get there because the guy is very likely to sell like 2.6 mil tokens, and it's a significant buying selling pressure. Like he pushes the price by 2-3% with every click he does. Yeah,
Damn.
so worth to if anyone is trading hype. I'm not comfy with longing it here. Basically, like usually hype was leading in terms of bouncing when we saw like liquidation cascades, just because of the buybacks. Going immediately back to the token. So
Yeah.
liquidations are the highest. And on every like liquidation cascade, I was long hype. That was my strategy for a very long time, but now I don't do that. Like the selling pressure is way too meaningful in my opinion to fight it. Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, yeah, like this level's too clean. Either the market front runs it or we go straight through it. That's usually the outcome. I'm not even joking. So like
Yeah,
if you go straight through it, then basically you like buy somewhere, yeah.
yeah, I would love to see that.
like
Also,
just pocket.
they're losing the market share a bit. Yeah, new perp dexes are hungry. Uh, I don't know. Like, I'm done with this position, and unless it's under like $32, as you show, I'm not interested in buying it back.
Fell out. Oof, that is a nasty SFP.
Yeah,
I mean, that's basically a top candle out. Fucking hell.
such a dodgy combo, isn't
Yeah, it's like a blow off top, I think. Yeah. Wrong
Yeah,
number.
yeah. It
1,000.
actually looks like one, yeah.
it? Yeah.
And I
I
would
mean, yeah, we
expect,
lose this.
yeah.
It may go all the way back to yearly open, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I expect multiple legs down from here on.
Damn, not looking good. I don't even want to look at ETH, to be honest. Holy fuck, bro. Bro, it's almost like a triple top.
That's cooked for now.
This is such a cursed coin.
I can't believe I didn't sell. Yeah.
Yeah, this was the long that fucked me. I'm pretty sure the BTC wasn't the bad long. This is the long because I had like my stop below here. I didn't think it would even go here, to be honest. And then I cut it in this consolidation. I mean, the one good thing that we have kind of is like it's into
Very
a really
stressful.
yeah. This area should be bought up. Like, I mean, you could see some further bleed down, kind of thing. But I like, honestly, I'd be watching this area really,
But
like, closely.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a little relief here, like a relief bounce on the broad market, basically. You know, the liquidation heat map is quite high on the short side. There is definitely some money to be taken out. Also, if you check like Fartcoin, even Hype, Pengu, some of them have like RSI bullish divergence on 4 hours. Like, obviously with Fartcoin, I'm very biased. I'm negative 30% in my spot position. But yeah, I'm hoping for like some 70 cents relief bounce with the RSI divergence. I'm not sure if you guys use divergence, but I kind of like them.
I'm gonna clear this. They can work depending on the time frame.
Good time frame and context, yeah. Maybe with some volume as well.
Yeah, we have okay. This is multiple divergences actually. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, okay. So the way to play this is essentially you wait for the broader market to have strength. That's majors. Like Bitcoin needs to have strength. ETH, Sol. Maybe some big like narrative coins too, like Asta, Hype, something like that, right? And then once they start to have that move, right, you'll see like strength, like kind of revive like pretty quickly in this kind of coin, right? And then you can usually get in on like lower time frame, where there's like a clear, very very clean high and high low. You get in on high low, obviously, and then essentially you just ride the move as long as the majors have strength.
Yeah, but the majors don't look like they have any strength, man. They look like 85 years old people right before dying.
What before the life support is pulled? They're like the janitor's gonna pull out the life support machine, bro. The whole market just fucking dies.
Yeah.
Okay, what about ES?
Yeah, but yeah, speaking of ES, just looking
Start of a
ahead.
downtrend.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, looking at we've got core PC later today in an hour. So, given the comments of Powell, that should be market mover again, I think. So if we get like a hotter print, I think then we're gonna continue to sell off.
Yeah. I mean, probably you'll get the whole narrative of like policy era. The bears will come out. I do think like legitimately we're setting up into a big bear trap until like October, November. That's my thesis, at least. We trap all the bears into October, November, and then we just like send it into 2026.
Very much on the table, in my opinion. The whole September bear was actually bullish, or not the whole, but I mean we've got a pretty nice moves into September, right?
Probably yeah, we had a strong move in September.
Yeah.
List for crypto. The good thing I've noticed actually here is the prices have come down. This is what you want to see. Geez, corporate profits are still ass. Not surprising because margins are tighter now because tariffs. Where was it? GDP, yeah. So this is the really important one. This is the one I think that moved the dollar a lot, and it makes sense. GDP sales up a lot is good for the economy. It was significantly better than previously, right? It's not policy error because we cut. Cutting was the right thing to do in terms of labor market, other like weak points in the economy. But what this essentially means is the GDP isn't likely to just fall off a cliff, right? Which is what the market was pricing in, was not really rate cuts, but the probability that there's going to be QE, essentially. We saw a little bit of that in bonds too, right? I don't know why anyone hasn't talked about this, but it's like freaking obvious. So obviously when this came in really good, what do you get? You get a really strong dollar. Makes sense, because strong economy means strong dollar. Yeah, consumer spending bounced back. The thing about consumers, which reminds me a lot of like the US economy as it went into 08, right? You had a lot of forced spending. Like consumers are basically fucked in this kind of equation because no matter what, they have to spend, right? So obviously, like this kind of data will be pretty noisy. Eventually, things like delinquencies and credit card debts becomes like kind of a focus point. And then this is what comes into there. Yeah, core PC.
Yeah, well, I think in an hour or so. It's going to be nice, I think. Also, like, what could happen is even though it's a hotter print, maybe in that case, it was a front running of like this de-risking for crypto. But yeah, we'll see, because if there's correlation algos from equities, but I think equities were hit as well, especially yesterday on Paolo's comments. So yesterday was a big fat red day actually, with all these macro headlines and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely true. Well,
and if you could go over to the ES as well, and then the order book heat map for BTC and zooming out, that's also interesting later, but we'll come back to that.
Yeah, true. I mean, I want to start with this because macro, right?
Yeah, sure.
We can see like just cleanly this trend has been respected basically since like April, though, right? Each time, we've come back to the 200 EMA we had bounced, right? So we're kind of like at this like sort of risk off point, similarly to here in August, right? So if we get like a hot print, it wouldn't surprise me to go lower, and then it gets bought up, and then we go higher anyway. So like a considerable, like a large dip, which then is later met by buyers or buyers and exhaustion of sellers. The combination is really what you want. That would be like the point to long. As well as the DXY remains like more and more strong here, to be honest. So if we get a hot print, I wouldn't be surprised if we go like up here. And then previously, that was like the point to buy risk around 99 to 100. So that could be the play again. It's something I'm looking at. Yeah, it's like yields broke up a little bit. Long one's not so much. Nice, it's what we want to see. These two will be the focus, like the 2-year and the 10-year today. They're actually that's cool. They included it. Yeah, but this is what I was talking about before with the belly. This is where like most traders are focused. 2-year, 3-year, 5-year, essentially. That may have actually changed because it was more profound. I think this moved up quite a bit. I'll have to check that later.
Yeah, I also posted about this, right, the other day. The importance of the yield curve moving forward.
Yeah, that's kind of significant. If the 5-year actually did move up from like I think it was around 3.6 to 3.7, that's a considerable change, which essentially means there's going to be a shitload of debate around what the neutral rate is going to be. And I know for sure politics is going to get involved. Because current admin, they will find ways to force rates low. Let me get liquidity heat map.
I think next we could check the DXY. Seems like dollar is looking for a bounce.
Yeah, so far.
The dollar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like 99, 100 makes sense from here, especially with a hot Brent, in which that likely gets sold from the dollar.
Not good for crypto though.
What the fuck is this, bro?
Yeah, that was an interesting stuff, but I think it worth to check the spot volume data. Someone was TVAPing into that on spot, actually. Yeah, that one. TVAP bidding a while they were just, capping price on perps.
That's unusual, yeah. They were definitely buying. You can see in the bid depth that was actually increasing with these.
Yeah. And yeah, I think that was the probably Deribit OPEX related. So if you look at that, I think after that was the expiry 8 a.m. UTC, as I recall. So someone was bailing out there or just rebalancing there.
Someone probably had a lot of a shitload of puts.
Yes.
Makes sense. Smart.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, and these spoofs are like extremely common lately. Almost the same side always.
All the way on the way down.
Yeah, 500 or 600 BTC and quoting in and out.
What time is it usually? It's Singapore. Yeah, it's always like afternoon. It's probably Euro Open-ish, right about that. Yeah. So it's around Euro Open that a lot of the spoofs are starting to happen. I mean, bid depth is like pretty good, I would say, but I mean, market seems like thin. Let's see. No, I don't want futures book. I want spot. Yeah, I'll include
it. You're adjusting the heat map? Didn't see that.
No, I'm adding what about?
Oh yeah. Yeah, so yeah, what I was trying to visualize here, ask you to visualize, is like zooming out and maybe look at a 10% bid depth on spot. Like, but I'm looking at all the spot available spot books. So like, I think it's like 5 or so. I think you need to resync probably. Yeah.
I only typically use these 2 books since
Yeah.
the other 2 are kind of like noisy. I'll add Bybit, and then you want what, more than 10%?
Yeah, more than 10. Yeah, 10. And because
Less than.
if you zoom out on maybe on 4 hour, we can see that demand is stepping in here, at least like, well, maybe 0. Yeah. And if you zoom out a bit, maybe an hourly or 4 hour, it's just interesting to see how the books were structured in previous times and prices visiting these levels.
Yeah, we can just do this. Why is this on 1 minute? All right. I mean, yeah, it's pretty clear market supply-ish.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I have a cap. No, I don't. Okay.
It was old POC too, right? So I was expecting maybe a wick into 118 or 118 and 200 to hedge as well. But I was front ran. I got front ran by then.
Yeah, that always happens.
Yeah,
it's always classic. Like you get front run, then there's like fuck all liquidity as well around that move. It's like sudden weakness essentially, and then typically all the liquidity comes in on the shoulder, so to speak, before the move down. That happened around the top of 2021 as well. Yeah, I mean, based off just long-term, like bid depth, as in like here, right, we're starting to get bid depth where the market's actually like order books are skew more towards buyers. That tends to be a prelude to relief for sure.
Yeah, maybe also in advance of core PC, and like the limit bids resting around 108 are at monthly open. So if we are not bouncing here, I think it's going to lead to new September lows probably.
Yeah, I mean, overall, the market trends are going to matter a lot because previously we had like a pretty meh bounce like here, right? And then the reason we moved up was based off macro. I'm pretty sure macro news.
That was when Trump was talking about the BSR or the strategic reserve, and that was the pump.
Yeah. Makes sense. Then that was basically the move, and then obviously low. Big day. Now let's see if I do it on futures.
Yeah, I haven't looked at futures. That's a good idea too.
That's interesting. We actually seem to bounce when there's like a lot of asks. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay. Here's some alpha actually. So we can see a clear difference, right, from left here to right. We can essentially see the market during this period, right? The late August to early September, the first week of September. The market is essentially very long biased, right? So they're chasing longs. And we can see essentially since the high, almost 18K, right? Considerable change into ask liquidity, right? Meaning the market is providing a lot of asks, specifically on futures, and it's pretty obvious with this, right? So the market is like obviously clearly chasing shorts. So this is some pretty good confluence when it comes to, I guess, looking at the data, which says the market is like heavily skewed to shorting.
In my opinion, so this reflects better the sentiment maybe and the chasing than all these net longs and net shorts and comparisons that's going around on Twitter.
Yeah. You can also see it here, like people are chasing longs on the way up here, right? And they're chasing longs as well here, and then we had the big move, and then on the bleed down, they started to chase shorts into this, and then we had that bounce, and they started chasing longs again. Now they're actually like legitimately net short. Yeah, I remember this, and this was the move up, which the market faded like heavily. You can see there was so much ask like liquidity constantly, but I mean, obviously, it didn't work, and there was a clear order book shuffle where you see liquidity go from ask liquidity, like selling, to buying, which is bid liquidity, and then the market was pretty supportive of price. Bid, 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 and then market goes up. We see the opposite of that currently, so that's something to keep an eye out on. Like the macro change or indications of change here, pretty much long term from like down to up, like downtrend to uptrend, would be a clear order book change. So it's essentially bid depth returns. We see that in spot already. We don't see it in futures. I guess we'd probably have to start trading above like 112, 113 minimum.
112 bare minimum, I think. Pivotal. In that zone.
112. Yeah, bare minimum. But like ideally probably like 118 or something like that. Then that is where you would see that order book change, where you see asks basically go to bids. Once you see that kind of trigger in the market, typically it means there's like a clear consensus change, which is the market is more likely to go up. So then people change their positioning. But obviously right now positioning is not short, so not much you can do but be reserved with longs when it comes to specific plays like sector plays.
Yeah, I agree, and I think it's like key takeaway to highlight from today's stream is to not try to not try to do knife catching, of course, and since we are essentially went into like midterm down, we are not in an uptrend, right? So that's over. So like longing into a 4-hour downtrend, for instance, is not a smart idea, or just fast plays, right? For obvious.
Plus with trading around previous lows, which is always like high risk, because one event could send price straight through that. Essentially, like today's print, right? If it comes in cool, right, we get a significant bounce out of the market, but it's likely to be met with like quite a lot of supply. If there's not a lot of supply, and I'm wrong on that, that essentially means risk on happens pretty quickly again, and then obviously the market will get extremely hot.
Fair enough.
I actually wanted to mention this before. I forgot to mention it. But have you seen the others' dominance? Like it's remained really dominant. Like even after this like big downtrend. I mean, it hit like 70% last Sunday.
I mean, that just shows a bit of chasing into alts, right? To me, at least.
Yeah. I mean, this is chilled out of fuck ton, actually. Like the OI on others is like a lot lower than it has been. which is probably healthy, but it's still, people still chasing alts, definitely. Yeah, I mean, it's still like, yeah, pretty high.
Yeah, that's peaking now.
Yeah, and also we like briefly had others higher than
Wow, that's crazy.
the rest of the market.
That's very crazy. Maybe because of Aster and all these DEX chasing and stuff, narrative itself, still like dangerous. Overall, I think still in the positioning itself caused this like sudden drop.
It wasn't like a too much of a mania period in comparison to like post Trump election win, which is December. That was like pretty like crazy, like honestly. I mean, a lot of alts did like really, really well. I mean, memes in the past month outperformed everything. I mean, like by like 3 times. I remember like, I think it was last week where memes were up like 30-40% or something like that. And like majors, like BTC was only up 4%, 3 to 4%. So that kind of like outperformance is pretty significant because it shows us like liquidity jumping and draining into alts, into somewhat of a precarious like Bitcoin. That could be kind of like, I mean, it is risky, obviously, because when you get any kind of drop in Bitcoin, it like absolutely destroys the charts of like pretty much all alts, which is what we've seen.
And on the other hand side, just speaking about alts and the OI and the liquidity flowing into them, a very good proxy is BNB actually, which was outperforming the whole weekend. The dominance was so Bitcoin dominance was dropping actually because BNB was outperforming over the weekend. It's also interesting.
Yeah, I remember that.
Binance gets the revenue, gets the fees from a lot of volume into all, is what we clearly have seen in your dashboard now. So that's definitely a good proxy.
Yeah, I mean, L1s. Just compare these two, so we can see the clear outperformance here. Like L1 just went above 10% for a like brief period, but memes went above that like multiple times, pretty much for like a whole week. Then obviously on the downside, like a slight sell off in the market, right? I mean, a decent sell off, right? Memes literally just died. Yeah, like this.
Oh, that's into new lows. It's.
I mean, they bounced off the monthly open, and then failed, and then new lows. That's pretty rough. Though, I mean, hey, if WIF gets down here, I'd probably be looking to buy. I'll move that to like next month. Doja's doing like quite well. Holy heck. Classic. Strong move up. Strong man.
Like a higher time frame Burj Khalifa pattern.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking of. Oh man, look at this though. I need to release this indicator later, by the way.
Oh, that's what I wanted to ask you.
Clean.
That and the the MFI and RSI. If I thought you already dropped it, I might missed.
Yeah, this is an MFI and it has some divergences. And
no, that's super smart. That's extremely good.
Yeah. It's still mostly testing. Like I'd say it's kind of noisy sometimes. I mean, like this is a nice divergence. That's a pretty clean one. And obviously the engulfing is like your last trigger and you basically shorten this candle. And then you would like basically close out without new lows.
Yeah, but I mean for the other indicator, for the 4-hour one, that's super clean. I mean that gives really good risk rewards, and probably if you just focus on those, you'll catch most of the big moves.
Yeah, no, you will. Yeah, 100% will. I've been testing it. Okay. Interesting. They all have that like wick. Wait, what are the AI coins? Fat.
Yeah, again. So like most of the coins lost their monthly open. It's BTC is like approaching.
Where's Sol? Sol, yeah, Sol lost it too.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Like looking chart after chart, that you're showing, and like I see these monthly open losses, that bear trap could be really very much on the table at some point, but depends on macro, of course.
Please, 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 please. I won't run trip this time, I promise.
I mean, I think we're getting pretty close to, like probably a bear trap in relief. It's just a question of, is it a dead cat bounce? We had the bounce already on BTC. It failed. I mean, the next area I'd be looking at is probably down here, to be honest. I mean, yeah, we'd likely get like some relief here. Like low 100Ks. I mean, if we see something like this, and it's, like clear rejection, that would be the point of, I think, probably a bear market. But we start to see rejection of like the high 100Ks again. Also, when it comes to like a bear trap, like from my experience, you only know it's a bear trap like as it's happening, essentially. Like May 2021, for example, market was grinding low for like months, right? And then we just plunged one day, but there was like legit no follow through. That no follow through part is the biggest like long single ever.
Okay, so now I see there is the old, that the consolidation value area high is just right below, or basically we just tagged it, right? The old one from on the 100 and 112 consolidation,
Yeah, from May to July.
Strong level. That's
Yeah, we bounced from it already though. And then like evidently we failed. That's not a good sign. Says it's risky as shit, this area. Like I'm not looking to chase. I'm not like, if I'm chasing longs, it'll be scalps. Simply because if like market decides to shut the bed over something, like this level's not going to hold.
100%. Yeah, that's fair. But,
Um,
I mean, here it's like basically like diddling in the middle, right?
yeah. I mean, it's just like trading around here. Like, I mean, it's pretty obvious. No one wants to directly bid it and then hold it without there being like a positive catalyst, right? However, I know everyone's going to bid if there's like a wick that does this.
Yeah.
If there's some kind of like wick that goes down into liquidity and then like closes back above 109, that would be like a huge long signal. If we get something like that, right, and a lot of like shorts and a lot of sells get trapped like massively offside, that gives you enough fuel, enough of a catalyst really to actually see that like massive squeeze higher.
The question is now how, which side is a little bit offside going into PC, because I'm pretty sure given yesterday and how market there is, but I can very much imagine this was a front running of today's data maybe. So
yeah, for sure. I mean, FYI, we're bouncing because you see this is a short.
Yeah.
Like this is all short. that like TWAP closing is the bid. Yeah.
That's hilarious. The other thing we could look at that I wanted to ask you is from yesterday, actually, when the lunch break at the burger started. I think like 4 a.m. or sorry 4 p.m. UTC, when the sell-off started. So that was like a 2-hour long TVAP essentially, because clearly at 6 p.m. UTC, the the selling just ended. So that was the low of the session. That's clear. So somebody just started, yeah, there.
Oh, what's this?
That one basically.
Oh yeah, someone's offloading.
Yeah.
It's pretty
For 2
common
hours
where you see
straight.
like this. I call this like the bleed and limp dick looking price action.
And it's from hourly close from hourly open to 2 hours later till hourly close. So that's pretty much like automated stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Longs as well closing. Yeah, then shorts started aping into the bottom.
As usual, yeah.
Longs. Yeah, longs.
Crazy shit going into the OPEX.
What the fuck? Weird.
A lot of short positioning as well, right?
No, yeah, it's not short market.
Not short, yeah.
It'll be cleaner if I do this as well. You'll be able to see it more.
Gosh, yeah.
All of that, long positioning. Long's 100% out by now. All of this increase in OI in this area, shorts.
And like again, as you said, it's not a good area to make like a full binding position here, because we are basically in a markdown, right? So this could consolidate here after yesterday's drop, and also after the weekly open drop, and then another step lower, or leg lower, easily.
Yeah. I mean, we have the start of like a bear trap, which is the market has a consensus that the market's going down, right? So everyone starts shorting. We have that. We don't have the key catalyst, which is like, oh, shorts are wrong, and the market's not going to die. Essentially, we don't have that part yet. So in terms of like aping into longs, it'll be pretty damn obvious, I think.
Yeah, fully agree. Still, on the other hand side, this could, this interim positioning could very much be fuel for small squeezes. So I'm not ruling out it either, but
Yeah.
very, very risky at this at this pace.
Yeah. I mean, if we just keep it kind of simple in terms of like TA and whatnot, lower time frame close, basically above like these highs here, right? Or I think that's I can send alert. Oh, that's cool. It's like like around this price, right, which is the highs here. Closing price above that, you'll likely get a squeeze, especially if the market is as it is now, or even more than that. Short would be better, because that's when you get like a legit squeeze. So closing above, then you could probably chase long, to be honest. In terms of like managing risk, you'd want to see a pretty aggressive spot bid to do that.
Early sign, that would be an early sign for sure.
Yeah. When does this data come out?
In 30 minutes, 31 minutes.
Gotcha.
And yeah, so yeah, go ahead.
Nah, you finish.
Just other market microstructure thing I noticed on the bounce. You said you closed out the rest of your longs, so which basically I think it was shy 114. It was interesting because on that squeeze above 113, we've had like constructive. Yeah, from Binance. Yeah, it's Binance and Coinbase at the bit. So there was like absorption from passive buyers on each dips essentially. But when I looked at the
That's
aggregated order book, it was overwhelming Binance books. So Binance bidders were stepping in, but eventually post daily open, it just got overwhelmed by the broader market supply.
Makes sense. That's cool. We've talked about this previously. The matter of when the market dominance changes from the Binance market specifically having that overwhelming dominance over price in crypto. What you've just explained to me tells me that ETF buyers, so the asset managers behind the spot ETFs now have so much supply, especially for Bitcoin, that it overwhelms this demand that you typically see from the OG crypto people, OG whales. That's a very important detail because these whales need to obviously know of it now, and they probably do. So then you'll see kind of less of confusion, I would say, between the market. OG market thinks this is a good place to buy, so they buy, right? Like here.
Correct.
So they buy through the supply. But they're not paying attention to macro, right? When you have these huge firms and asset managers that are selling clips of 100 mil BTC via multiple desks, which are then spread across multiple order books. And then you see the broader change, which is actually supply. Then obviously the market goes out.
And I think moving forward, it's going to be maybe a tiny edge to look at, because I think, as you said, OG whales on most on Binance or on debt entities, where the market tend to follow the appearing imbalance on Binance, right? But if it's not followed, then it can literally just go against them very soon. And
yeah.
Exactly, because of what you just outlined now.
Yeah, super interesting. Plus, we see whoever was buying was actually shorting as well, so that they were hedged. That they're hedged by probably a whale. I know all the OG whales, whenever they buy a spot in a downtrend, they're always hedged. They haven't TP'd as well. Yeah. Interesting.
Is it received a notification? BlackRock filed for a Bitcoin premium income ETF via covered call options on Bitcoin futures. Interesting.
What? Wait, link to that? You want to put in the private chat?
Oh yeah, but I think it was coming from Blowfin's news aggregator notification. But I'm gonna make
It
a quick
should have popped up here. Oh wait, no. Yeah, it's here on Crypto in America, Vanguard. Oh, this is different news. So wait, Vanguard exploring allowing crypto access for U.S.
Yeah, that's
clients
different.
after things. Okay, I mean that's kind of funny because that's like not really news to be honest. This headline, like it's eventual. They're only pivoting because obviously money. They want the business, and they're losing all that business to the competitors. So yeah. SEC and FINRA doesn't surprise me.
All right, yeah, as I can see, the news was from yesterday. So
Cross-network agent transactions. Net dollar. Interesting. We probably are seeing like saturation in stablecoin market now. Like, when you see big tech companies start to do something like random crypto related, it's usually the point of saturation with that specific market. Like why would they use Cloudflare's coin over like Circle?
I mean, that's
USDC, which is it doesn't make sense. The internet's next business model will be powered by pay-per-use, fractional payments, microtransactions. Right. So, what is this, like the PayPal moment of stablecoins, where everyone jumps on the stablecoin bandwagon because they can make some extra revenue off the fees and shit.
I guess so, and also because the U.S. regulations are going into that direction, will probably favor some setups for the stablecoin issuers.
Yeah, like this paragraph. Yeah, tools that shift incentives towards original creative content that actually adds value. Legit, same as Kaido. Said stable coin transactions could replace ads and bank transfers as the internet's cool. Well, that's the new hype.
Seems like, definitely.
Interesting. I mean, that might be some like ecosystem play if they end up doing like a token as well.
I've seen MetaMask will have an airdrop.
I heard about that as well. They're working towards it or something like that. iShares Bitcoin Premium ETF. This is a covered call.
Yeah.
Bitcoin strategy.
They want to do something with the asset under management. Yeah.
I'd have to see the exact laws, like the terms. Like, how does it actually work? Do they leverage their stack on iBit? That will matter a ton. I guess. It's not really that significant, to be honest. It's more business move, I would say. Because obviously, the more that they soak up and dominate, the better for them. It doesn't really mean like shit unless it has like a significant impact on the current like IBIT flows. If it has an impact on that, then it's relevant. Otherwise, it's like nothing burger.
Yeah, true. That's true.
All right. I want to have a look at this week. There's actually like nothing really of significance. Yeah, I mean, I'd have to use like some kind of screener probably to have a look. Which coins don't look like crap right now.
I'm not sure which platform would be the most appropriate for that purpose.
This one, I think.
I used to use Coinalyze for a while, but Trading also has got a pretty good screener you can tweak.
I haven't played with that yet. I probably should. Price change. Let's see what this looks like. And then we can filter a bit like this. What in the fuck? So what, the only coins up right now, like complete shit coins? Oh, at a market cap of 1%. Yeah, well, let's see. You sometimes see some funny stuff with this one. Yeah, OI 15 market. That's
What the hell?
yeah. I used to use this previously for seeing like what DWF was doing with certain tokens.
Yeah, TUT. I've seen that this week a couple times. What was the funding there?
Sudan. Oh, this is like a meme coin. Holy shit, it's done really well. Yeah, so kind of just looks like there's pockets of opportunity where like some significant player is moving a token, which you can just like piggyback off on. What the heck is this? It's 11th.
You don't know Plasma?
No, bro. What the fuck
Oh
is
gosh,
this?
where are you? Man.
I've been AFK all week, man.
So Plasma is like a
Oh,
stable
fuck.
coin project, like stable coin blockchain, which has zero gas fee for USDT. It's very much correlated to Tether, and it had its TGE yesterday. And basically, if you deposited some money if you invested in that in November on what's the Kobe's VC platform? I forgot. Echo. I don't know how to
Oh,
pronounce
Echo.
it in English. Yeah, on in English. Yeah, on Echo, like it gave you like 332x, something like that. I've seen a bunch of tweets, and then
Jeez.
you could deposit like stable coins for like a yield farm, which was giving around 15% per year. But it turned out that you also get money, like allocation in XPL token. So I haven't done the math myself, but I've seen in a few group chats from my friends like, oh, I deposited $500 into the yield farm, and now I have like 9,300 USD worth of plasma token. Yeah. So it had like a spike to 1.4 yesterday, and it launched, I think, around $0.8. So another huge fumble from my side.
Sweat.
You know the guy CBB on Twitter.
CB.
CBB. Yeah, he's like number one PNL trader on Hyperliquid or something like that. He's famous for arbitrage between Hyper Core and Hyper EVM, and also he was farming Berachain quite hard. So he made with his friend like 34 mil tokens of plasma. So right now it's around like 37.5 mil USD.
Holy shit! Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, I can send you his profile if you don't know him.
No, I just looked it up on X.
Yeah, so yeah, pretty fucking G.
Impressive. Yeah, well done to that guy. I'm gonna follow him.
Yeah, and he gave the call publicly. So, actually, he even tweeted like he got drunk on a party, and during the party, friend told him to go into plasma. He didn't remember the night, but he remembered that he needs to look into plasma, and he did, and he was like, "Okay, full ape," and that's like TLDR.
Damn.
Yeah, I was discussing his play internally at Kronos today, so that's why I'm pretty much up to date.
Yeah, I see the tweet. Arrive invited to Athena Labs event. I mean, this is like kind of true, like by industry standard. Like a lot of the whole like VC wave trading and investing in this industry market ecosystem, etc., is like genius, because the way to think about it, right? In terms of like how a VC sees something is, how much upside is there essentially? How much supply of like the token can they get their hands on essentially, right? Which this guy more or less supplied, right? So like, went to a big event with insiders, right? Had fun. Typically when you have fun, people talk. You hear certain things, and then they make investments based off that. I mean, it technically it's insider trading, but I mean,
it is.
As far as I'm not the one doing it, so I'm not legally liable for that. So like, yeah, insider trading is like a huge thing, but when it comes to like rumors and kind of like bets like that, like a lot of like kind of VC type guys will, like bet heavily on this because they obviously know that there's limited downside to it, right? And there's like massive upside, right? So then obviously them like yellowing 500k or like a mil into something or farming the heck out of it, then like printing on it means like crazy return for them, like 30 plus mil, 50 mil, etc. Like even the hype airdrops are a ton of that. Asta the same, Lighter is the same. So like guys are essentially printing money out of like thin air, right? But it's not like not they can just do it. Anyone can do this. Actually, I mean, you just basically piggyback what they're doing.
Yeah, I'll need to try the insider trading thingy. Never had a chance. No one ever told me any good like alpha. But hey, man, if I end up in jail for 3 years, at least I will finish my uni. So always look on the positive side of things.
Just don't insider trade. Yeah.
No, I'm joking, man.
Or don't spoof in TradFi. That's all. same consequences almost.
Yeah, like Suzu said, his best time of life was in the jail, so I don't know. Might be worth to check it.
It's funny as hell.
But to be honest, I'm not sure what you would need to do in this space to end up in jail. Like, generally, you need to blow up a big ass fund, hedge fund like Three Arrows Capital, and like, what he got like a year. That's it. So, like, yeah.
Formerly Dragonfly. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, it's funny. There's like kind of project wars already. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of like stablecoin war at the moment. That's funny. All right, what's market doing?
Well, pretty much just lining up, I think, for PC.
Shopping. More shorts.
Wait a second. There's a funny comment. Motherfuckers, it cost me $7 sending $20 worth of crypto from your platform. I mean, bro, like that's how gas fee works, I guess.
See some fresh quoting on perps.
Sending 20. Yeah, honestly, this is kind of like the problem with like gas versus like no gas, right? Because if you want to actually send like money around to different products and whatnot, you have to use network like ARB, which is like cheaper or has no gas, right? So it's like competitive in itself. And the second problem is when it's like smaller sums, you end up like bleeding so much to fees. It's like honestly retarded. I mean, like if we were to compare the fees from like 2020 and like 2021, where it was acceptable to pay like 20% on fees or even higher than that, like honestly, a mental period in comparison.
Your fart coin another 2% down in 5 minutes. Nice. GG. Even more. 2%. Genuinely no idea what to do with this position anymore.
It's pretty ugly CVD on spot, right? Do I have the same? Let me check.
Yeah, where do I go to find the screener? Where's the screener on TradingView?
It's if you go to the application, the desktop application itself. I think that's on the down area. So the super charts, yeah. Oh, screeners and crypto coins, yeah. No.
All right, cool.
Is it? Hold on.
Yeah, you have some. You can add. Oh, you can actually add technicals.
And they might have changed it slightly.
What is moving averages rating? The fuck does that mean? Sharon.
Great.
What? This is my issue when it comes to like trading view. You have a bunch of boomers that don't know what they're doing with the platform, essentially. Like it's good for like data and charts, but when it comes to customization of indicators and screeners, it's like
That,
atrocious. Like this is not how you do it at all. You can do manual setup. That's kind of nice for that. But I mean, like this pointless. This is good. Pointless. Decent. Decent. Pointless. This is okay, but I mean, you can get this on like Velo categories. Why are there like other non-crypto things in here? What the fuck? Yeah, my message, Velo guys, to do this.
I need to look up another, because there's another platform, I'm pretty sure, where there is more, far.
There is a crypto one, I just don't remember it right now.
Yeah. Yep.
Comparably to... All right, what, 3 minutes?
Yeah, approximately. Yeah, let's see. Market is trading around the daily open. Let's see what comes out of this.
Well, I actually preload it now. Cool. I'm gonna have the DXY chart open. I reckon that's gonna be the one to watch.
Yo, let's check pump chart later. It looks so ridiculous. It literally looks like a token launched on Pump Fund.
What? I can look at it right now. We got 2 minutes, bro.
Yeah. I mean, after when we see the data. Like if you put it on like daily or even weekly.
I mean, yeah, I made new high. This is pretty typical. Like, you know, it runs the high, makes the high, and then it'll retrace like half the move. Like, you know, getting a low somewhere like here would be like sweet. Like that's basically what you buy in, and then
I see. Okay.
yeah. I mean, I'm probably like nibble a little bit here, and if the market's still like absolutely dying, then I'd probably cut it. But like the idea of buying here is you buy here in a good market because you essentially want to capture the upside.
Okay, let's check the data. 2 minutes.
Minute. DXY.
Yeah, 1 minute to go. Can see some initial bid from spot buy with Binance.
Yeah, the usual. DXY is down.
Maybe your latency is better than mine.
Zero 2, 0 4, 0 6, 0. Literally the same. It's as expected.
Basically, as
Market
expected.
probably goes up a little bit.
Let's see the month over month. 0.2.
Like,
0.2.
Yeah, it's fucking nothing, baby. I'm gonna guess like DXY bid, chop, then risk up later.
I think, yeah, given yesterday's, I don't know, drama, wouldn't call it drama, but like bearish sentiment, this is good data for today's session.
Yep, it's certainly good for like a bit of a squeeze. I will ape a little bit. I'm gonna have to do it for my phone because WeWorks logged me out.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, again, Coinbase with the contrary signals, right? So negative spot delta boosting their limit bids. I see a lot of guys getting confused about Coinbase CBD and you know, why is it going down but price is going up? So yeah, it's always needs to be put into context. Yeah, now a bit of squeeze, you know, smash through the daily VWAP.
Yeah. We won't really like get a significant squeeze till we trade above here. These eyes.
Oh, you mean the 109 point? Yeah.
109, like 8, 6 area.
Yep.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually probably like a value area gap. Yeah, these tend to get filled. I'd say if crypto does not bounce with like equities today, it'd be very, very weak. So then we got shorts closing.
And do I see that right? So BTC is now trading at yesterday's New York close approximately, if I'm not mistaken. Wouldn't be surprised, to be honest.
Mm. We barely have any like spot bid, to be honest. This is dry as fuck.
Oh,
This is weird. I mean, I'm still long from like 109.
you know, risk reward wise, it's reasonable, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I have like my stop below these lows.
Yep.
Because if it gets round, like the low is basically gone. Whereas I can catch like a nice 2% move up.
Yeah, we've got also the daily initial balance high at 109.6, which is also like pretty clearly being defended. So I think close above and probably going to fill in some inefficiency from above, I guess. So, you know, this is like pretty clean setup going into the session.
Yes, sir. Yes, moving out. DXY as well is positive, apparently. So something that could be towards GDP related, so it could actually be kind of positive. I'm super curious to see what yields did.
Oh yeah, ES is like, you know, mooning pre-market. NQ as well, catching a bid. VIX falling, literally.
That's good.
That's good, yeah. Okay.
CL's gone.
Yeah. I want to see DXY also dropping slightly. It's good.
I mean, big tech got like absolutely wrecked yesterday. No,
Yeah.
Tesla fell off a cliff.
Yeah, because of those headlines, right? It's again like so for over and over again. There's like, I don't know, burgers come in. There are some bearish or pessimistic headlines about the Fed. Some, you know, douchebags from the Fed talking shit, and market just sells off. It's classic.
Fucking boomers.
Yeah, and some shorts are covering, not too much, but some initial covering I can see.
Yeah, I really want to see more spot bid.
Yeah, yes, but yeah, the bid depth is like thickening, or sorry, the opposite. Which is, yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, I wanted to
Yeah.
mention to you, maybe you're on the left side. I think the heat map is maybe not spot configured. Can you look at that? Can you take a look at that?
It's
No,
aggregate.
no. If you go to the reverse arrow, no, not there. Two tiles right. Yeah, that one. And if you select, yeah, it's perpetual. So if you
What the
put,
fuck?
yeah. I wanted to tell you that, yeah, before, yeah. Yes, yeah, this way, yeah.
That's what it was like previously. What the heck broke that?
There was an update. I don't know when, but it also messed up my whole template. So yeah, just wanted to let you know. It's bullshit, yeah.
Why is there
Yeah.
such a significant difference between HD and
Yeah.
4K2? What the fuck?
Yeah. It's I don't know. Sometimes on updates it just wrecks the template. So yeah, it's fucking annoying.
Wait, the wording's not even accurate.
What was the setting? Yeah.
This what?
It should be higher, I think.
Let me get trading lat. I'm pretty sure they did it wrong, actually.
Could be, yeah. I'm not sure if you can log in. That's also like logging for me for since yesterday afternoon. Yeah, it's pissing me off. Unreliable piece of
Shit,
crap.
yeah. Let me log in now. So this is what it looks like, apparently.
Okay, so you're in. Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, the quoting's wrong.
On Kiyotaka, you mean?
Yep.
Maybe we should give them a heads up.
Yeah. I mean, the 4K mode's like better, but I mean,
That's
it
what
says
I use.
11 BTC here, and that's not. What the fuck?
Hold on. At the moment, I don't even see 4K for mine. It's interesting. But anyway, I'm happy that we looked at it just to double check. But I have no idea why I'm unable to log into Trading Light since yesterday.
Does it just spin? What?
Your keyboard is off? No R?
The R doesn't work.
But only here, or like...
It works. It works on my... What the fuck? Like, you can't use R. Why?
Damn. Maybe OB, if you type OB.
I'll do that. This guy's might be still the best. Let's see.
Oh yeah, I use it too.
Yeah, settings. %. What's up, Michael? What
Well, then me?
you doing, bro?
I was adding wood to the fireplace. It's
Oh, nice.
pretty cold.
Oh, you have a fireplace? Nice.
I mean, yeah, but the downside is I need to chop a shitload of wood every time I visit my mom.
True.
But yeah, it creates vibe. And it's warm, so pretty nice.
Fair enough. Can I not change more than that? I probably can't edit as well. It's like not high frequency enough, not even close. I mean, it's good on high time frame probably if you do like this. Yeah,
I'm
no.
doing password reset to see if I can log in. It pisses me off.
Is it not your VPN?
Not. Yeah, not apparently not. It's just forever loading. Like
Weird.
yeah, it's bullshit.
Min bands 20. Max band 500.
Another screen? Are you on? Oh, there. Okay.
Yeah, this one. So this is spot, and then this. Do like 4K, and then it's like ass.
Well, I don't even see 4K on mine. I don't know why. No idea, to be honest. I used to have 4K, that's for sure.
Oh, it might be an issue with the aggregation. The aggregation thing is broken, I think.
Okay, so if we go to single, it works, right? That would explain. Yeah, that's better. I think that's spot, right?
Yeah. It is spot. Okay, yeah, now the quoting is correct now. If you do aggregate, like the quoting's like all fucked.
Let me see. I go to single and Binance. Yeah.
Yeah, I only do single. The aggregate's broken.
All right.
Yeah, I'll DM him that.
Yeah, true. Yeah. But again, why the hell I don't see HD and 4K? It's just I don't get it.
Yeah, still some bid on the dollar. It's retracing from the move into open. And then there's also the Fed speaker as well.
Today?
Yeah, Barkin. And then you have the I don't even know why anyone pays attention to this, but the market reacts to it. It's the Michigan the Michigan BS data. I'll just call it that. From the University of Michigan, but I mean it's like it's complete noise, but the market will react to it.
I checked Skew and I think Coinbase is broken on Kiyotaka on spot single.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the same.
Yeah.
It's more than that though, because if you remove Coinbase, right? And you still
It's
have
good.
aggregation on. It'll show you the Coinbase quoting, but not the actual pair you selected.
Yes. Yeah. I just
Meaning,
checked.
like, their indexing is like broken.
Okay, at least some debugging, right?
Yeah, as well. And I think because of that, it's messing with the resolution, quote unquote.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, so far though, lower time frame, I don't like that. We haven't seen price above like 109.8. It looks pretty weak. I am in a long, and I have stops below the low. I'm kind of hoping it doesn't get round, but I mean, if it does, then yeah, it's probably going to like broke pretty hard.
Not sure if maybe early session it goes for a sweep of the lows, or yeah, that's remains to be seen.
Maybe.
Range. Equal lows, basically, yeah.
It shouldn't, like, if the market's like going to go up, it really should see support. Like there should be buyers like between current price and 1900. I mean, yeah, 109. Okay, I mean. Other than that, I think it's probably good enough for session. My only final remarks is try not to blow up your accounts by scalping a pretty volatile market as it is currently.
Yeah, good advice. Don't get liquidated, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you get liquidated now, they're just gonna run it back harder end of year.
Yeah, I got liquidated this morning on my sub account.
Oh my god, bro.
Be
It's
careful
part
on
of
that,
the
guys.
tradition. Yeah, guys, thank you for today. Thank you, Skew. Thank you, Richard, for your insights. I guess stay long, stay strong.
Yeah, pretty much.
Good quoting.
Yeah, and if you don't stay strong enough and you get liquidated, well, shame on you. Thank you.
No. Just send the invoice to Wintermute or something like that.
Oh yeah, they already got my details.